Coach, what is the challenge Tagovailoa kind of presents this week compared to some other quarterbacks you faced lately?
Yeah, no, he's ultra skilled. One of the best quarterbacks we've faced by far. He's really mobile, but his eyes are always downfield. And he can make every throw, and he can beat you with his legs. And I don't mean like he can run the ball if he wants to. I think he has a good feel of when guys are around him, he'll go down. But he's buying time for those receivers to get open, and they're ultra skilled on the outside. So he's truly a point guard, and he knows what he's doing. He's been in the system, so it's actually fun to watch him operate when you're watching film on him.
Hey, how good has your rush lane discipline been this season, and how important is it against this particular quarterback?
Yeah, I mean it's just I don't think you can ever have perfect rush integrity, right? I mean, especially this guy. I mean, no matter who it is, he's finding ways to run around and throw the ball. He's an athlete. I mean, let's make sure he is an athlete and a really good thrower. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to be creative. We're gonna have to find ways to flush them, to keep them in the pocket, to bring in extra guys, to dropping everybody. I mean, we gotta figure something out to just continuously change looks on him because again he's good and he's a veteran.
Have you been pretty good this year? You feel like at not busting a pass rush and letting the quarterback get free unless he makes a really good play?
No, I mean you always want to be better, right? I mean I don't know how many countless times we've had opportunities to sack a quarterback and we did not get him down. So no, it could be better. Yeah.
What's your general evaluation last week?
We just didn't make the play. We were put in some positions where I don't think I was aggressive enough as a play caller. I know a couple weeks back I talked about letting them go play and trusting in those guys, and the game was just kind of stuck in that rut right there, and I didn't want to get too aggressive to and have one pop or something like that. So just kept everything in front and then see what happened, but. That's 100% on me as the play caller. Again, you got to be able to trust those guys and have an instinct and let them go. And I don't think I gave the guys enough opportunity to go and unleash and make a play.
What are we talking about there? What's aggression as a play caller look like?
Yeah, I mean it's a blitz, or you see a formation and a play. You can either choose to play coverage or you can try to attack a formation and stuff. And I think that when I looked up and I saw, my first inkling was to probably play more coverage, and so instead of attack. And that's 100% on me. In terms of not being aggressive enough to give those guys a chance to go and see if they can make a play. If they can fumble the quarterback, or if they can rush the quarterback to get him to throw early, and then we're in position to make an interception, something like that. You know what I mean? So, that's on me. I need to be better.
What's the next step for Cam Lenhart?
Just continued growth. I think he had that injury, so you're starting to see him get back to his early season form. So he just needs to continue to get himself in shape and to play hard. He's got great instincts. That's why he started. He's got great instincts, and then his effort that he plays with, I think, showed up this last game. I mean, he was double teamed on the one sack down there, and he finds a way to split it and then get a sack and back them up. So he just needs to keep on getting in shape and get his legs back underneath him and continue to produce.
James Williams starting to do some other stuff besides just being a niche pass rush guy right now?
Yeah. The more comfortable he's getting, the more he's going into the game. I mean, T&I did a nice job of getting him into some regular base D&D situations where he had to play the run and everything. Sometimes it's not fair that the guy's on the sideline and all of a sudden just third down, the down that all those D linemen and linebackers, they want to rush. Now he goes in the game and he's fresh. So he's doing a nice job of learning what to do in all the run game instances based down so he can actually play in the game. You know what I mean? So credit to T. Knight and then James for putting himself in position. I think he got 12 to 15 plays in there where it was normally just third down. So
Why do you think you guys haven't taken the ball away as much as you'd like?
It's an emphasis. It's crazy because I know defensive coaches across the country, they're always, there ain't one dude going into a room talking about, guys, we don't want to take the ball away, right? Every single defensive coach in that plays any kind of football talks about taking the ball away. Now, I remember my first year at Syracuse in 2020, I was terrible. Okay, I'll start that way. I was terrible, but we were like number one in the country in takeaways or something, top three in the country, right? And we didn't do anything right. I mean, we just didn't do anything right. But they seem to just come in waves, and I always go back to sometimes when you give them a chance to go make a play, they surprise you and they do. And that's why I'm putting it all on me in terms of those one or two chances I thought we could have been aggressive. That you look back at the tape and I'm like, I should have went after him here, and sure enough, we would have had a chance at least to get a field goal or hold them to a field goal or maybe possibly rush the passer a little bit better. Like, I didn't give those guys that chance, so I got to do better.
Rule talked about yesterday, giving up too many explosive plays through the air. How, just you personally, how do you go about trying to fix that?
Yeah, I mean, you always break it down to you can accept the ball beating you. You know what I mean? If the guy ran the right route, the ball was in the 100% correct spot, and the defender's in the right spot, and they go up and it's a sideline tippy toe instant replay catch. You can live with that, man. That's ball. You know what I mean? But when we bust assignments, or we don't know what to do, or our eyes are in the wrong spot, or we don't have the technique, that's bull crap. Let's get that straight. That's bull crap. You know what I mean? And that starts with coaching, in terms of being able to get those guys to say, hey, this is how we do it, and then if the guy's not going to do it, then he shouldn't be in the game, right? So that's the most disappointing part. Again, we give up some fade balls and cues in a great spot. Man, live with that, bro. That's playing ball. I ain't tripping. But we don't cover the damn tight end on 3rd and 3 on a defense that we've been playing all year. You know what I mean? Because I didn't get the call. Again, you always look internally. Maybe I was in the wrong spot, so he couldn't see me, so he didn't get the call, because I trust him to get the call and to line up and to D him up. And the very first 3rd down of the game, we cover that because the other side of the field was all covered. We cover the tight end. I mean, I don't know where he's going to throw the ball, so we're off the field. That's 3 points right there off the field. But instead, we let him drive down the field and score. So you can see it still bothers the hell out of me, but. Again, I gotta be in a spot where they can see me, get the call clearly, and go let them execute.
What is getting Marquise Buford back allow you to do with that rotation at safety and nickel, and how valuable is he to with his experience in the secondary?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch him play. Again, I said that. You don't realize how much of a ball player he is and how twitchy and all that stuff he is. He was fun to watch, and now it's just about him getting back his legs back and all that stuff, and his air back and his game speed back. But it allows you to move guys around. I mean, in the one package we actually put Gift down at linebacker and moved Keese back, and so he was in the secondary. So it gives you a lot of versatility back there and a lot of different combinations. And Coop's doing a really, really nice job of mixing around the pieces and stuff. And when you have that kind of versatility, then it allows you to explore different coverages and see what you can do.
Had you gotten a little bit hamstrung, at least maybe the week before when Omar was out, and obviously you're missing Singleton too?
Yeah, but I mean, that's football, right? I mean, what team in the country ain't got some kind of injuries? I mean, look what the guys on the offense are doing. You know what I mean? And they're still finding ways to run the ball and have it in one possession game. You know what I mean? So there's no excuses. We got guys that train all year, that lift weights, that sit in the meetings, and that's somebody else's opportunity. All these guys, for the most part, they're playing ball because they got their opportunity to play. So it gives guys like Corey Collier, Kobe Bretts, Ethan Nation, gives those guys a chance to go out there and see what they can do. So.
You feel like your defense is going to have a little bit more urgency this weekend? I mean, just based on your comments and practice and the quarterback they're playing.
We'll see. It's a good football team, but again, it comes back to this what we talked about before. What Coach Rule always talks about is the standard of play, right? The standard of play has to be correct in order to give yourself a chance to win the game. And you look back at the game, and the first half it wasn't to the standard. And then the good thing about the guys and the sideline and everything about an atmosphere like that was when we needed to the most, you saw the guys come out. I thought that's when they were the most alive and they were back to normal and playing to the standard. Those last 3, 4, 5 series-ish right in there about where it was like, hey, we have to stop and we cannot give up points like that. And they went out there and played some ball, and you saw some guys actually running through guys and throwing guys down and fighting off the blocks better. So, you know, this week we gotta make sure we know what to do so we feel comfortable and get them to that mindset to where they can just go attack.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.